Picture a snowy Christmas Eve in 1945. A bustling West Virginia home filled with holiday cheer and a raging fire that swallowed 5 children in the night, leaving a mystery so wild it's hooked millions for nearly 8 decades. This is the story of the Sodder children, Morris, Martha, Louie, Jenny, and Betty, whose disappearance from their family's farmhouse in Fayetteville turned a festive night into a haunting enigma that refuses to die. Did they burn in the blaze, or did something darker snatch them away? How could a fire leave no bones, no trace, in a house packed with 10 kids? And why do the eerie clues, like a ladder gone missing and a stranger's photo, still scream for answers? Let's dive into this gut-punching tale, tracing the night of terror, the decades of doubt, and the twists that'll leave you reeling. It all kicked off on December 24th, 1945, in a 2-story wooden house on the outskirts of Fayetteville, West Virginia. George Sodder, an Italian immigrant turned coal truck driver, and his wife, Jenny, had built a big, messy, beautiful life. 10 kids, ages 2 to 23, crammed into a home buzzing with laughter and chaos. That evening started like a dream. George and Jenny tucked in early, exhausted from holiday prep, while the older kids stayed up, unwrapping a few gifts under the glow of a Christmas tree. Morris, 14, Martha, 12, Louie, 9, Jenny, 8, and Betty, 5, begged to play late with their new toys. A shiny red wagon, a doll, joined by 17-year-old Marion and 2 older brothers, John and George Jr. By 11, Jenny shooed them to bed, cracking the window for a breeze as snow dusted the hills outside. Then came 1:30 a.m., an explosion of chaos that'd shatter their world. Jenny jolted awake to smoke choking the air, flames licking the walls downstairs. George smashed a window. They yelled for the kids, herding Marion, John, George Jr., and 2-year-old Sylvia out into the freezing yard. 5 were missing: Morris, Martha, Louie, Jenny, and Betty, asleep upstairs. George bolted for the ladder he kept by the house. It was gone, vanished from its spot. He grabbed a water barrel to smash a window. Both barrels, always full, sat dry as bone. The phone line? Dead. A neighbor raced to call the fire brigade, but the chief didn't roll up till 8, 7 hours later, on a night when seconds mattered. By dawn, the house was ash, and the 5 kids were gone. Firefighters poked through the rubble. Nothing. No bones, no teeth, no trace of 5 whole kids in a blaze that didn't even melt the fridge. George, gutted, demanded answers. Jenny swore she'd heard their cries, but the chief shrugged. Electrical fault? Case closed. Cremation at 1200 degrees leaves fragments. Here, 0. The Sodders smelled a rat. They'd fought with locals over George's anti-Mussolini rants. And weeks before, a stranger warned, "Your house'll burn, your kids'll pay." Another creep scoped the fuses, hinting at trouble. Days later, a ladder turned up a mile away, pristine. Then the kicker. Jenny found a rubber ball in the ash, like from a firebomb, banned in court as unrelated. The Sodders turned warriors. Billboards, flyers, a $10,000 reward plastered across the state. Tips flooded in, sightings of 5 kids in a car that night, a diner spotting them with shifty adults days later. In 1949, George hired a PI. Digs at the site found a heart, maybe human, but tests flopped. By 1950, a photo hit their mailbox, a young man, spitting image of Louie at 20, no note, just a smirk. George swore it was him, alive. Theories exploded: abduction by spiteful neighbors, a mob hit tied to George's past, even a cover-up by crooked cops cozy with the fire chief. No proof stuck. FBI sniffed around, found squat. The kids' birth records stayed intact. No missing reports matched. George bulldozed the site in despair, planting a garden over the ash. But Jenny kept their room locked, a shrine to hope. Sightings piled up, hotels, gas stations, a convent. But every lead fizzled, witnesses too scared or vague. By 1968, George and Jenny raised the reward, still nothing. They died, George in 69, Jenny in 89, clinging to a truth no one had proved. Over 70 years later, the Sodder kids' fate grips tight. 5 vanished from a fire on December 25, 1945, leaving no bones, just whispers. A ladder moved, a photo mailed, a family broken. This mystery's too raw, too real to fade. Abduction, murder, or a lie too big to crack. Every clue hooks you, every twist begs a million views. Want more heart-stopping tales, vanishing secrets and truths that hit hard? Join Mystery Pulse for the next wild ride. Subscribe now and smash that bell to catch every insane drop. Link in bio.